Wednesday, December 20th, 2017, Monaco 64, home of alternative economics and contrarian views. It's about 9:15 London time. I'm going to do an early market update and look at the technical outlook for Bitcoin and for gold. So let's start out with the markets. Spot gold's 1264.50, so that's up 3. The range has been 1260.5 to 1265. That's the spot gold, of course. So we're still stuck here the last couple of days between 1260 and 65, which is quite a narrow range. Silver as well, stuck between $16 and $16.20 roughly. Right now we're at 16.16, up 4 cents. High has been 16.19 and the low 16.10. The Dow is up 88 points. 24,840, up 1/3%. S&P likewise up 8 points, 1/3%. Nasdaq up 1/3% at 6,500. Currency-wise, the pound is a little stronger, up 12 pips, so not even 0.1%, around 134 actually. Euro unchanged, 118.43, and the dollar is actually a little stronger against the yen at 113.10. Up 22 pips or 0.2%, which is interesting because gold is up. Usually when the dollar is up against the yen, gold goes down. Crude oil not moving much, stuck around 57.70. That's the WTI crude, of course. So Bitcoin, I saw last night Bitcoin had a bit of a wild ride. It got down to around 15,500, I think. Zero Hedge is reporting lower prices, but World Coin Index has a low of 15,700. I've seen 15,500. You take your pick. Right now we're at 16,950. We saw a huge move up in Bitcoin Cash, so it could be people trying to get out of Bitcoin into Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash up 21% right now at 3,300. Also a story about Coinbase opening, listing and opening Bitcoin Cash for trading in the US, and they had to halt trading because there's so much interest. And I think there was an article yesterday about one of early Bitcoin programmers. I forgot his name, but he said he's getting out of Bitcoin and going into Bitcoin Cash. Anyway, technicals. I've made quite a few videos in the past. I remember when Bitcoin was trading below 1,000, and every time Bitcoin got a bit overbought, it would always correct, and it looked like it was the end of the world, but then it corrected back to like long-term moving averages, and then it would rebound. So I wanted to show you this chart here. It's a weekly chart of Bitcoin, and you can see here all the way back to the end of 2015, and you've got the kind of beige moving average below here, the longer term, and then the blue moving average. And what moving averages do is they tell us whether the market is a bit overbought or oversold. And you can see here, every time there's been a correction, we've gone close to that long-term moving average, and then the market is rebounded. Lately, the corrections have been unable to get fairly close to that moving average because Bitcoin has been on such a tear. But if you look at it right now, we're way above the blue line and the beige line, and that beige line right now comes in at around 6,000. And of course, if Bitcoin doesn't correct further down over time, that line will follow Bitcoin. But even if Bitcoin were to come down to 6,000, that wouldn't be the end of Bitcoin or the end of the bull market. I would say the last important high here is just below 5,000 in end of August. Unless we break below that, things should continue quite positive for Bitcoin. Am I saying I believe Bitcoin is going to 1 million or 100,000? I don't know. I think there's too many of these prognostications. It's very easy to prognosticate these prices once Bitcoin is where it is now. I think the people like Cliff High that called that Bitcoin was going to like 13,800 when it was trading around 1,000 or less than 1,000. These guys we should maybe keep an eye on. But even Cliff High gets things wrong because he's been calling for silver to do really well, and it hasn't for many years. But that's what I wanted to say here. The longer term picture, overbought Bitcoin. So even if Bitcoin goes down to 10,000, I would say it's a small correction. That's why I recommend people not to chase this market. Bitcoin is not immune to cycles and to corrections. And corrections are a good thing because it flushes out the weekends. So I've also got a chart here of Bitcoin, a daily chart that shows us a little more what I've been talking about here. This moving average, of course, is a different period because it's a daily chart. But you can see here in November when Bitcoin corrected from around 8,000 high and it went down to like 5,400. We went through that moving average and then it's corrected back up. So right now, short term, you know, yesterday, last night, we got almost halfway down to that line. So yeah, it's getting interesting. It looks like that almost 20,000 level we hit the other day looks like an interim top for now. Gold. Yeah, gold, of course, we've been in this consolidation since there was the top in 2011, and then in 2013 it really came off and made the low at 1,045 in 2015. And since then we've been making higher lows and higher highs. So, and I wanted to show you as well this chart here of the high from last year at 1375 and the low at 1123, because I think that's an important move that we've had. That has been, you know, the big move in the last 18 months, so to speak. And I've done a Fibonacci retracement analysis, and you can see here that 1280 level, 1279 is the 61.8 retracement, the golden mean. The 50% retracement came right at around 1250, and we broke through that level recently. We went down to around 1233 or 1236. Let's see, 1236.50, and we're now at 1264. So we've held that. So I think now the key level, if we can get back above 1280, will be quite positive. But as you can see, gold's still in the range right now. Longer term, as I said, we're seeing higher lows and higher highs. So since that low in, let's see what date that was, December 2016 at 1123, we're making higher highs and higher lows. We made a high, let's see, at 1294 in April. Then we made a low in July at 1205, and then we made a higher high in September at 1357, and I think this recent low at 1235 is an important low. So possibly, you know, the medium to longer term picture here is for us to break this 1355 and make a higher high, and that's gonna equate, that's gonna be very close to the previous last year's high of 1375. So that's the gold picture. That's it for now. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share it, subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, and you can also follow me on steemit.com and on Twitter. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.